You know? And having a conversation with you the other day, that's why I enjoy when the time that we have the conversation, that we get a chance to talk. We talk freely, but we also get a chance to put financial gain in there.
Yes.
And this is one of the reasons, some of the reasons why I wanted to meet with you, to hear your thought on how can we as a organization, as a business, as a village, help change the mindset of the hustlers out there, as well as those who have not had the teaching or the understanding of how to put some monies in a savings or into an account that will help them down the road. Does that make sense?
So that makes great sense, Sheriff, and thank you very much for inviting me here today. I truly appreciate being in your presence, as you know, and I love having the opportunity to talk. That's a great question and a great way to start this conversation, because I spent many years trying to figure out the best way to get in front of people. And what has been resonated best with most of my people is that education, understanding what needs to be done. We just haven't really been taught the details of how to move forward. We've been taught how to survive, but there's a next level to that we seem to never, as a culture, get to. And that is the premise of everything that we do with regards to our financial firm. We are solution-focused, community-oriented, and faith-based. And we believe in teaching the ways of money. And once you learn the ways of money, it's easy for you to position it in your scenario. Yours is different than mine, it's different than the next person. But you have to have the information first. And that's where we're financial literacy and wellness. People don't realize that your health and wellness is rooted in your financial literacy. If you're financially set or financially comfortable or have a vision financially, it really helps you with your wellness, your ability to, you feel better, your stress level goes down. Yeah. So that's a very key component.
I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of Coffee with the Sheriff. Today, our special guest is Tye Green. Tye Green is with the JD Financial Group. He has a law enforcement background, but before law enforcement, he has a background of being raised up as a black male. I say that because it's a difference. And the difference is that we come through life with different challenges that many other ethnicities may not necessarily deal with at the moment. But he's a very well knowledgeable money guru.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And so Tye, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so I was born in Mocksville, North Carolina.
Mocksville.
I'm a country boy at heart, born in Davie County Hospital. Okay. I spent my summers from age 5 to age, good gracious, 18 in Mocksville, Salisbury, Coolamy, Chicken Pen. That's where I spent my summers. I moved to
China Grove.
All that's part of my stomping grounds. And I moved back to New York. My parents moved me back to New York when I was about 1.5, 2 years old. Okay. Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn and moved to Eastern Long Island. I went to college, came back, and became a police officer. My mother forced me to take the police test when I was a junior in college. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to go to school to be a doctor. But see, you never know where you'll be 10 years from now. Take the police test, have it in your back pocket, forget about it, do your thing. And I was working on Wall Street. I was working for a guy like me. I was an apprentice. Okay. I carried his bag and I was working, and the police department gave me a call and said, listen, we got a 20-year retirement plan, you're 25 years old, you can retire when you're 46, 45, and I took the job. Okay. And I police officer for 20 years, 2 months and 2 days to be exact. Okay. I retired as a juvenile gang detective in Long Island, New York, and when I retired, I moved back home, and I've been here ever since.
Well, we welcome you back home to North Carolina, and especially with the experience that you have gained, earned learned over your adult life as you put together a group to where you all have many of you are retired law enforcement officers.
Yes, sir.
You got one from here.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And then the more I think about that young man being with you, I'm like, you know what? That's funny.
Yes, sir.
But it's good. It's good. So what I want to do, I want to talk a little bit about financial struggles. How can I, as the sheriff, work together with a group like yours? And there's many groups out here, so
sure.
I want people to understand. And I don't promote one group. I promote the effort.
Yes, sir.
The need. You know, I want to see the guys and ladies that are in the hustling field to come out of it. Yeah, I want them to go. I want to be able to help them to be rehabilitated. Got it. You know, rehabilitation, if that means going to being institutionalized for to help them get to that point, fine, so be it. But if it helps rehabilitation, also as a group like yours can help change people's hearts and their minds. Yes, you know, we've seen many successful today business groups that have come from places that would have landed them behind closed doors for a long time. Yes. But they received that financial knowledge from someone. That's right. And I know people will fuss at me or talk about, I don't care. I'm the sheriff for all people. So being the sheriff for all people, that means for all people. Right. So I want to be able to talk a little bit about that. I want to be able to talk a little bit about those that work every day and they still can't seem to make ends meet, and they don't even think about 20, 30, 40 years from them when it's time to be, hopefully retirement is going to be around for them, Social Security, but what if it's not? So I like to be able to put some knowledge out there through you, real talk, okay, of how we can work and give people hope to encourage them to put up $5 a month, $10.
Now you're talking.
You know, I remember being a kid, and back in the day, they had a little green stamp booklet, and we could put 10 cents in, and you know, or they had another one that had it where you could put the stamps in, and the grandparents or great grandparents would take that to Big Bear, what called Big Bear, Food World. What was it? It was many different stores, A&P, you know. Wow. I know, right?
I remember that.
A&P. And they would take it there and they would give them the booklet, and they was like, oh, I guess for every page it was $1 or something, and for whatever book they may have $5 a book, would take $5 off. There was a way of coupons. Yes. But I remember my great-grandmother teaching me how to save through pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. She never talked about the fact of the green dollar,
yes,
or the $5 bill, or $10 bill. Remember now, you know, I'm from both sides.
Modest means, yes, sir.
And I began to start learning more about it as I become older, but I missed so much through my youthness. So now I put that behind me. So now it's my goal, my plans is to teach through education to help, you know, people.
So JD Punch Group and Associates is a full-fledged firm. We do everything with money. And we have several divisions within our firm. My division is a Serving Those Who Serve division. Serving Those Who Serve division is comprised of 3 retired police officers and 2 civilians. And we are focused on the 95%. What does that mean? We are Main Street, not Wall Street. Wall Street is the 5% of the country, people who are wealthy, who can afford to make mistakes. Our focus is the 95% of the people who can't afford to make mistakes. People you're talking about, you want to help. That's our focus.
You know what? We said something. I was sitting there, I was watching the Lakers and Golden State the other night. And I never knew who Jack Nicholls was until he played the Joker.
Right. Batman.
And Batman. And then I think he played Silence of the Lamb. Was it?
Played something else.
Oh, okay. Well, nevertheless, but the Joker. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching this guy on this, and Jack Nicholls is back again.
Yeah.
This is what the commentator says. Sure. So I'm thinking, like, back again. So I look it up. And I'm like, wow. This man is worth $400 million, I think they said.
Something like that, yes, sir.
And those are things that people like myself, or people look at me and they say, well, you're doing good. Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm very grateful. Well, help us, Tye.
And we pride ourselves on sitting down with people and walking them through their situation. We do not have cookie cutter plans. We sit down with everyone individually, their families if they want to, and map out their lives based on their situation. We talk to them about their finances. We ask them questions. The most important part of the conversation is the fact-finding part of it. You can't expect anyone to be responsible for helping you without giving them the information needed to be successful. Right. And your department is amazing. I mean, the guys, we have several clients.
Oh, the sheriff's office?
Yeah, sheriff's office, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, because we have several clients already that are on board with us. And like you said, I hired one of your captains as one of my advisors. And we see the path. Mm-hmm. But the key to success is getting people to the table to talk. What if everything you knew about money was not true? How soon would you want to know it?
You don't know it immediately.
Sooner the better, right? Right. And that's what we pride ourselves on doing, bringing the education to people. You said whether you're a $10,000 employee or a $10 million employee, our process is exactly the same. We treat everyone the same way. And it's been a great ride so far, but I am honored and happy that you got me here to talk about this, because we want to get it more. I want to do it countywide. Right. I mean, so I want to, my goal is to focus on because finances triggers mental health crisis. 100%, sir, 100%.
I mean, I've heard my pastor, my Bishop Thomas talk about the fact of how men have have so much money in different countries, yeah, and yet they commit suicide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Or better yet, when we see things here, business owners that are doing well, and we have the same thing that happen around here, but they're not near as wealthy. And then you have someone that's looking through the window or the glass door, and they say, man, if I just had.
So people don't realize, Cheryl, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's good, we're talking.
But people don't realize how important positioning what they do is. People were taught one way, they know one way, they do one thing, and it's all they know. And there's so many other avenues that don't require a lot of funding that can really change your life 10, 20, 30 years from now. And that is a difficult part of our job, is getting people to sit down and understand what I asked that question a minute ago. What if everything you thought about money was not what you thought it was? Yeah. And I learned at a late age that I did a good job, which allowed me to retire at 46. You just can't retire at 46 unless you did a good job, obviously. Right. But I saw all the potholes, all the loopholes, all the things that I missed, and I focused on that. And that's what I train in my classes with my guys that I work with. James Dean, he's the JD and JD Financial Group. He's a brilliant president of our company, and he gives us the autonomy to go out here and really educate people. And that's the power in it. I love to, when I'm with a client, and a potential client, we're talking, and then I say everything, they were like, wow, I didn't realize, and that's the best part of my job, when they come to the realization.
But keeping it simple.
Yes, sir.
Have to keep it simple.
100%.
And
100%.
you have to, in order to build courage and instill hope in people.
Exactly.
Courage, simpleness is the key.
Simplicity, 100%. Yes,
So
sir.
we have to keep it simple.
Yes, sir. 100%.
So how do you keep it simple, Tom?
So I asked them a simple question, and most people don't have an answer for it. But I bring awareness to it, which starts the conversation. So you're 29 years old, you're a young man. What's your plan in retirement? That simple question starts an entire windfall of conversation, because most people don't think about retirement till the last 4 years before they retire.
Well, they think of retirement, and then they do. They take that, but they also think of retirement as that inner work.
Exactly. And 80% of the workforce goes back to work.
Inner work, inner work. Yeah. And I think it has to. I know it has to be more. I've been blessed to be able to be forcefully retired at one time, to where I've lived a pretty decent life, good life, and then I went into a slump. You know, but I had to go through that to get to where I'm at today.
Sure.
And it's just interesting because I think that, or I know, I don't think, I know that what you have and many other organizations out here can come together and help encourage people and bring them hope to survive.
Yes, sir.
One of the things that irks me is that when I hear a person that's living in their golden years, 60, 70, 80, 90, you know, I know a couple 100-year-olds doing well. But when you talk to those that's under that age gap from 60 to 80 or 60 to 90, struggle to where they've had to get another job.
Yes.
Or people had to come in and help them.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's just real talk.
That's exactly real talk.
The government, I'm gonna bash the government for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Because the government is in this for itself. We here in the United States of America, real talk, we deal with so much lack of health care, lack of mental health care, lack of homes, homelessness, all this stuff. And our government doesn't make it even better. It doesn't make it any better, you know, unless they are someone that's connected here and there. You know, so why do we take what we're talking about and we war against in a right way to put things in place?
Yeah, so that's a great point. And we take what the government offers and we talk about what it is, and we position our clients, or our potential clients, in such a way where they can provide a balance in their financial life. Most people do the right thing. Most people are saving money, they're trying to prepare for retirement, but they're all over the place.
But those that are saving money, Tye,
Yes.
if I may.
No, absolutely, please.
But those that are saving money are those people who can save money. They can save $100, $200, $300,
Sure.
$1,000 a month. But what about those who can't?
So those who can't is a great point, a great question. And it's difficult when they're impoverished.
Yes.
You sit here and say it's not. I've many clients that I would love to take a certain direction, but I can't because of their poverty level, because of their ability. But we figure out a way within their budget. We're very, very budget conscious at JD Financial Group and Associates. We pride ourselves on working with you where we don't want to add a ball, we want to take a ball away. That's what we want to do. And we do that based on looking at what you're doing now and looking at your ability. If your ability is $1, we're going to protect you with $1. If your ability is $1,000, we're going to protect you with $1,000. And that's where we're separate from a lot of other firms. People that other firms would turn down, I welcome with open arms and sit them down and say, okay, this is what your budget looks like. You want to get a $10 thought and a $5 budget. Let's figure out what $7 will do. And that's what we do. And it's not easy, Sheriff Rogers. If I sat here and acted
I know it's
piece
not.
of cake, it would be a bold lie.
We're getting close to time.
Yes, sir.
But one of the things I want to do is that we have the reentry program.
Okay.
The reentry program focuses on individuals that are exiting from being institutionalized.
Right.
So our goal is to make sure that they receive medical, health care,
Sure.
medical, that is health care, but medical, mental health care, homes, clothing,
Yes, sir.
jobs. If you notice, everything I'm saying surrounds itself around finance.
Finances, that's right. Yes, sir. That's correct.
So we have to find a way, and I want to find a way to be able to connect the dots where people are not just coming home and enjoying being home, but coming home and being able to bring what finances that they have earned or saved while they was incarcerated.
Sure.
And put into a program that will help them make money. Not about the program getting richer.
Of course not.
About the program helping those.
I'm ready. That's a great idea, a great concept.
And my goal is not only that, but I want to take the Bloods and the Crips and all those guys and ladies that's out there. Fine, stay connected to your gang. That's your business. But I want to do it in a way where I can show them love, and they can come and they can put their monies to help not just the ones they love and themselves, but they help turn the community away
yes, sir.
from this gun violence.
Sir.
And we can, financially.
Yes, sir.
I'm reaching deep because I believe no one else have done it. They've done it in a way that they felt like this is the way we do it. No, this is one of the ways we do it, you know. And we show people getting out here and gang banging and shooting and killing and pushing the drugs into the veins and into the people that are dying of drug addiction and suicide. Pushing the poison is not the route. How can we bring finances together that help reduce criminal activity, real talk, and prolong life?
Well, JD Financial Group and Associates is a proud partner of National Life Group, and we have been working with the sheriffs already, and we are ready and willing and able to do anything you need us to do to be a resource and a solution, if possible, to everything you just said. I am told, my team and I are ready to go, and we understand exactly what you're just saying, and that is the way to go.
This is different, and I know people looking for the sheriff to bring old historical methods to try to combat today's warfares that we're dealing with. I come across this idea of talking to Tye. We was actually playing golf.
Yes, sir.
And when he's playing golf, I'm just trying to go out there. But we come across the idea, and I thought about it. This would be great to put it out there in a community. And I'm putting it in the community's lap. I need your help. Help us change this great community around through finances and helping those that don't know what they're doing. I get it. They're tired of living. They want to live as a rich life. Not necessarily that's going to happen. But you can live a free life.
Yes, sir.
If you take and turn yourself around.
Yes, sir.
I'm reaching out. You know who I'm reaching out to all people first and foremost. But those that we do know and seen that we incarcerate, we run up on, arrest, they're hustlers. I'm reaching out to the hustlers. And I'm reaching out to those who want to save $5, $10 a month, or $100 or $1,000 a month. They don't know how.
Yes, sir.
We're bringing you the resources. JD Financial Group.
That's us.
I have brought that to you. And not just that group, but there's other groups out here. I'm not saying just use that group.
Yes.
But he was the one that I was in contact with, and the ideal came across my mindset. So I felt like it was only fair to talk and bring him in to introduce the group, Mr. Green, and to you all as well. So I'm going to close it, but I want to say thank you so very much for giving us this opportunity to speak with you regarding mental health, regarding financial struggles, regarding physical health. You know, finances affect all of it. And if finances are in place, long life or prolong of life is better. Sure. That's real talk. Hey, I'm Sheriff Danny H. Rogers of the Guilford County Sheriff's Office, and I thank you so very much for this opportunity to come to you with another episode with Coffee with the Sheriff. I love you much, and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you.